Welcome to my soapy kitchen. Today we're going to be making lavender smudge sticks. Now I am using lavender that fell on the floor, lavender that lost its bud case. I'm using lavender that's really short, really small. So if you have a lavender harvest and you can't make these, the beautiful wands with it, let me show you. I've actually gotten better at it. Much, much better. Let's see if we can find a good one. Where are they? Nope, that one's not better. Here we go. So the key for these is definitely 1/4 inch, not 3/8. 3/8 is just too big. This is a gorgeous color though. And see, I'm getting tighter there. When you cover up all the little bits of lavender, it makes it look really cool. So if you don't have the pieces that weren't appropriate for using to make these, we're going to be using those for the smudge as well. Yeah, so let me do a demonstration now on how to use the smudge stick because it's just so cool and I want to do that first. So here we go. Here's my smudge I've been using for the last week. Now there are a few things that you need to keep in mind with the lavender smudge. Now these little tiny lavender flowers are going to burn and they're going to throw an ash charcoal-y thing off. So make sure you're prepared to catch them, put them out, whatever. All right. I'll be able to, hopefully you'll be able to see that. So I like to get the whole thing lit up. And get it, let it burn. Now, when you blow on it or use your feather, it helps to keep it going, right? Feeds the fire. Now, this is one of the most effective space clearing, soothing smudges I have ever tried, and I absolutely love it. It's probably the only smudge I'll ever make. So I've made cedar and a few others for my daughter, but for other reasons, but for just the way it makes me feel, this is better than incense. But we will be making, so here's one of those little guys. It fell down, you see that? Make sure it goes out. So that's what the smudge looks like. So I might put this at the end too so you can see it burning some more. But this is just, isn't that a gorgeous smudge stick? It is absolutely soothing. So there's another one. So make sure if you're walking around your house, you don't set your house on fire because you've got little cinders dropping off. Now to put it out, I get it wet. So I'm gonna go put this out. Actually, I'm gonna walk through the house and then I'm gonna put it out. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Okay, I did a little walkabout. Now we're going to put it out. And just make sure it's completely out. And set it somewhere to dry. I do this about every day, so by the next day or the next time I need it, it's usually ready to go. And then just peel it back a little, so that you have enough for the next time and you don't have to pull it back, because it's easier to pull back when it's wet. For some reason, less bits fall off. So I'm going to want that up. Now, this time, like this is the first smudge stick I ever made, and this time I want to see if I can minimize that little charcoal drop off. So we're going to try to get all the buds in the center and then cage it in with the long sticks, because we've got lots of long sticks. I mean, it's 3/4 long stick and one little bit, well, 5/8 long stick. Anyway, mostly long stick and little tiny, except for this one, All right, so let's get going. Let's set this aside. And it smells so good. That has the best, most perfumey, delicious scent. I love this much. So I gotta share it with you. Gotta share it with you. So we're gonna do a long bit of string here. So we're just gonna cut that. And the length of your string depends on the length of your bundle. So I'm using about, I don't know, 4 feet. And we're going to start laying out the long ones first, because this is going to be the outside. Let's just make sure we've got, you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's all good. And I've got this rubber band, but please take off the rubber band before you burn it. So the reason I'm putting the green ones and the long ones on the outside is so that I can bend it without cracking it. We're going to do some trimming, and all those trimmings will be used in other projects. So did anybody else happen to get a ton of lavender this year? I am just like the luckiest person on the planet right now. So I'm going to layer it down till we get about this much of flowers. All right, so we're just going to be going lengthwise, because I only want about a 6-inch smudge. That's plenty long for my needs. And now that I've got those around the edge that are pretty much, we're going to bulk up the middle with these tinier ones, these shorter pieces. And it doesn't matter if they're bent, because we're just going to make a tight little bundle anyway. Alrighty, go. So many pieces. I literally went around my living room and picked up all the pieces that fell on the floor before I started. There's just such a beautiful amount of lavender here. And it doesn't matter if they don't have the flowers. The the stem has a ton of essential oil in it, according to the farmers that I've spoken to and the essential oil distillers I've spoken to. So this is a good thing to do if you're not going to be making essential oil with it. And you need smudge. Now, lavender is really good for calming, relaxing, and helping you to rest. I find this is my personal feelings on the matter, and a lot of people agree with me. Lavender is very soothing, but lavender is one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. So there's that too. Now I want to use almost all of this because it's going to be double what I have here. So all the little pieces definitely want to get in here. The longer ones I can use for another project. And I just need a few of those really bendy ones, which are right here. I think I've got enough here for to try another ribbon rose. 3, 4, 5, no, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I'll do a long one, bigger, fatter one. 10, 11. Let's get really crazy. I'm gonna use here. Finish these up. Oh, that smells so good. I want it to be even. A few more up here. So, how many of you out there actually use lavender in your soap companies? I know that lavender is one of my biggest sellers, like if not the biggest seller. Lavender is universally loved or hated. The little piece of ribbon. So I was ribboning it in here. So I'm actually going to put all these little extra sticks that don't even have and then I'm just going to take it in my hand, nice and tight, And I'm going to bend it, half of it this way and half of it this way. We're trying to surround all those blossoms with the sticks, and that worked pretty well. Okay, that looks really, really good. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. We've got some extra long sticks here. That's going to cause me some problems. Now this thick end here, that's my top. So we've got a few too many blossoms. How did I do that? Okay, so I'm not happy with that. If you wanted a one and done, you came to the wrong channel. So we're gonna move some of these back up. Okay, let's see. I don't want a whole lot of blossoms in my end piece, so we're just gonna switch sides for the top. There. And then we're gonna build it up with all the stuff that fell out. Any full flowers back in there. Just make it work. All right, so got our string here. Hopefully I'm going to do this right. Meow. Okay, so I'm going to start. Yeah, definitely want to use. Last time I didn't have to, but I got it here just in case I needed to. Okay, so we're going to go up and we're going to come back. I'm just going to tie it, and you're going to want it nice and tight. So I can pull off this now. Okay, so I'm going to twist. Oops. And we're going to go one more up here. And then I'm going to come back down. Oops, where's that? And we'll just tie it off. Now you can put a ribbon on it or not. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to trim that off. And then I'm going to from this. Make it flat, just because that's tidy and nice. And I'm going to put back in any that I can, or not. Sometimes I can cause them more damage than they're doing good. Only if they're long pieces. Now I end up with mostly green on the bottom and not completely covered on the top, and for me that's just fine. But you do have to wait for this to dry. Now if you're using very, very fresh lavender, it's going to rot in the center. It'll actually mildew. Lavender is terribly prone to mildew issues. So when you make these, make sure your fresh stuff is on the outside and your mostly dry stuff is on the inside. That way you'll have less of a chance. And don't make them too fat, especially if you're using a lot of fresh materials. So I'm gonna make half a dozen more of these while I've got some fresh lavender, and then I'll be set for the year. This one's a little bigger than my last one. This one's just really small, but it was just as, I might actually make some smaller ones. This is a mega one. I was just gonna show you a regular size one, but this little tiny bundle is the perfect size for me. So I'll be making more of these. So here's one that hasn't been burned yet and is not ready to use. And here's one that I've been using for the last week or so. And like I said, bring it down as you burn, all right? You don't really want to burn cotton. You just want to burn lavender. If you enjoyed this, please click like and subscribe and come back and see what we're doing with all this wonderful lavender that we were gifted with from the Country Lane Lavender Farm here in Victoria, on Vancouver Island. See you next time. Bye for now.